Isabella, a little child, sets out on a quest to become fluent in English in this tale. Isabella is driven to learn and retain new English words because she wants to travel and meet people all around the world. Her English teacher, Mrs. Luna, offers her assistance and direction along the way and gives her useful vocabulary building techniques. Before the story begins, here are some crucial words to memorize. Techniques for retaining English vocabulary. It might be difficult to remember new words, particularly for novices. You may increase your vocabulary retention by using these practical techniques. 1. Make use of vivid imagery. Construct mental images. Imagine a strong mental image that embodies the new term you have learnt. Consider a stunning stone bridge that spans a river as an illustration of the term bridge. Make drawings. If you want to draw, make a drawing that symbolizes the word. Your memory of the term may be strengthened as a result. 2. Employ mnemonic devices. Make connections. Connect the new term to a known concept. For instance, to keep in mind that the term benevolent means kind and generous. Consider Bennett, a generous queen who is always willing to assist her subjects. Make use of acronyms. Make an acronym with each letter representing a word you wish to keep in mind. For instance, to recall residences in Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, Superior, and the Great Lakes. 3. Consistent practice. Practice every day. Review new words for a few minutes every day. Maintaining consistency aids with memory reinforcement. Flashcards. Put yourself to the test using flashcards. On one side, write the term, and on the other, its meaning. Examine them frequently. 4. Make contextual use of the words. Construct sentences. Use the new words to construct sentences. This strengthens your memory and helps you comprehend how the word is used. Tell tales. Make an effort to add new words to a narrative. You can improve your memory of the words by using the story's context. 5. Use a variety of media. Go through books and articles. You can learn new words in context by reading, write, or highlight. The Path to English Proficiency. A story of motivation and consistency. Isabella had always found the world outside of her small town to be fascinating. She adored tales of explorers traveling to far-off places, learning about other cultures, and forming friendships with people all over the world. But she was aware that in order to fulfill her aspirations, she would have to conquer one challenge. Become proficient in English, the start. A fresh challenge on the first day. Isabella entered Greenwood High School on a bright morning, feeling both anxious and thrilled. She was going to meet Mrs. Luna, her new English instructor. Isabella was motivated to get better at English, even though she had always struggled with it and frequently forgot words in the middle of a discussion. Mrs. Luna smiled pleasantly at her. Isabella, welcome. I've heard that you're eager to try something new with English. Isabella gladly nodded. Indeed, Mrs. Luna. In order to travel and meet people worldwide, I want to learn English. That is a fantastic objective, Mrs. Luna remarked. It's like climbing a mountain to learn a language. It requires work and persistence. But it's worth it for the view from the summit. Isabella was given a little notebook by Mrs. Luna. This is your dream journal. Jot down 5 new terms you learn each day. Try to include them in your everyday talks and use them in phrases. The secret is consistency. Isabella took a purposeful look at the journal. Her initial 5 words were written: inquisitive, daring, successful, persistent, and motivating. Thinking of them as stepping stones on her path to becoming fluent in English, she repeated them to herself. Day 2, Live-Action Stories. Isabella was first exposed to the power of stories by Mrs. Luna the next day. She stated that stories are a great method to help people recall language. Try to picture the sights and feelings as you read or hear a narrative. This helps you remember the words. Isabella started reading a short story about an adventurous young girl. For each new word, she drew a mental image and highlighted it. Isabella was so engrossed in the story that she forgot she was learning anything. It was an exciting story. With every new word adding to the vivid images in her head, she had the impression that she was traveling with the main character. Imagine the words. One important skill Isabella picked up was visualizing words. For instance, she pictured a lovely stone bridge spanning a river with people crossing it when she first learnt the term bridge. She found it easier to recall the word thanks to this mental picture. Immersion in English on day 7. Isabella was encouraged by Mrs. Luna to interact with English in various ways, conversing with friends, watching films, listening to music, and reading books. It will feel more natural the more you immerse yourself in the language, she said. Isabella heeded this counsel. She began seeing her favorite English language films, first with and then without subtitles. She listened to English songs, singing along and listening to the lyrics. She even made an effort to communicate with her pals in English, and they were understanding and encouraging. For Isabella, learning English became enjoyable and lively as she interacted with it through various media, including books, films, and songs. She discovered that the diversity exposed her to many dialects and speech patterns and kept her inspired. The plateau on day 15. Isabella reached a learning stall 2 weeks into her adventure. She was feeling disheartened and had trouble remembering new terms. Seeing Isabella's frustration, Mrs. Luna made the decision to encourage her. Every learner reaches a plateau, Isabella stated softly. It indicates that you're exerting yourself. Let's try something different. Isabella learnt about mnemonics' creative methods of remembering words from Mrs. Luna. Isabella's confidence increased after a month of her adventure. She was inspired to keep going, since she could see how far she had come. It was time for another challenge, Mrs. Luna determined. Let's set a goal, Isabella, she said. You will deliver a brief speech in English in 3 months. Your milestone will be this. Isabella experienced a mixture of anxiety and exhilaration. Knowing that the challenge would force her to get even better, she took it. She started getting ready to speak, practicing every day and asking Mrs. Luna and her friends for input. Establish benchmarks. Isabella was able to maintain her motivation and attention by setting small, attainable goals. She felt accomplished after reaching each goal, which inspired her to keep going. Day 45. Achievements and advancements. Mrs. Luna stressed the value of self-rewarding and goal setting. Treat yourself to something special when you reach a milestone, she advised. Keep in mind that the secret to learning any talent is consistency. Continue to practice and you will get better. Isabella was able to build on her knowledge and reinforce what she had learned through daily practice. She developed the routine of going over her words and honing her speaking abilities for a few minutes every day. The big day is day 90. After 3 months, Isabella's speech day had finally arrived. For instance, to keep in mind the word benevolent, which denotes generosity and kindness. She pictured Bennett, a good-hearted queen who was always there to support her subjects. The word was easier to remember as a result. Isabella thought the mnemonics were entertaining and useful. She gave new terms, peculiar associations, which restored the fun of studying. In order to strengthen her memory, she also began utilizing flashcards, which she reviewed every day. Goal setting on day 30. It might be a nice outing, a new book, or a favorite treat. Isabella heeded this counsel. She gave herself little objectives and rewarded herself when she met them. This helped her stay motivated and made learning fun. Day 60, Consistency's Power. Isabella started to see results from her regular practice. She became more confident in her speech and found it easier to recall words. Mrs. Luna urged her to continue her excellent work. "Isabella, you're doing well." Her heart was racing as she stepped in front of her class. Mrs. Luna nodded encouragingly at her. Isabella inhaled deeply before starting. "Greetings to all. I want to talk about my experience learning English today." She became aware of her progress as she spoke. She felt a sense of achievement as the words came easily. Her classmates cheered when she was done, and Mrs. Luna smiled proudly. Speaking in public, Isabella's confidence and language abilities both increased as a result of practicing public speaking. She developed her ability to connect with her audience, organize her thoughts, and express them clearly. The book club, Day 120. Isabella kept immersing herself in the English language as the months went by. She joined a book group where she conversed with other language lovers about novels and short tales. She discovered that talking about her ideas and hearing other people's viewpoints helped her better grasp the language and its subtleties. Isabella learnt new things and improved her verbal abilities by talking with others about books and stories. Sharing her ideas also increased her self-confidence and added interaction to the learning process. Day 150. Storytelling. Isabella also developed a passion for writing. She shared her poetry and short stories with her students after receiving encouragement from Mrs. Luna. She took part in and placed second in a school writing competition, an accomplishment that increased her self-esteem and stoked her love of storytelling. Isabella was able to practice using new terms in various circumstances and express herself creatively by writing poetry and stories. She also gained a greater comprehension of syntax and sentence structure as a result of it. The summer camp, Day 180. Isabella went to an English summer camp throughout the summer. The camp was an intensive experience that included sessions and activities aimed at improving language proficiency. She formed enduring friendships with campers from around the globe. Everyday English practice in an entertaining setting. Immersion events, such as language exchange programs or summer camps, gave Isabella the chance to practice speaking English in authentic settings. She became more confident and proficient as a result of the continuous exposure to the language. Day 210. A Journey Overseas. Isabella's first visit to an English-speaking nation was one of the journey's high points. She overcame travel obstacles and used English in everyday situations when visiting England with her family. She took pride in her ability to communicate clearly and felt independent when she asked for directions or placed meal orders at restaurants. Practical application. Isabella had the opportunity to put her language abilities to practice in real-world scenarios by visiting a nation where English is the primary language. Her confidence increased, and she was able to realize how what she had learned might be used in the real world thanks to this practical experience. The debate club on Day 240. Isabella joined a debate club at school to hone her persuasive abilities. Assisting others, Isabella's journey continued after she traveled overseas and gave her speech. She never stopped learning and developing, constantly looking for new methods to get better at English. By giving advice and inspiring them with her narrative, she assisted younger students who were just beginning to learn the language. Additionally, never forget that errors are opportunities. Everybody makes errors. Every error is a chance to grow and learn. Making a mistake gives you the opportunity to learn the proper pronunciation or usage and improve your memory for the next time. Nobody is flawless. Particularly when picking up a new language, errors happen even to native speakers. Accept your mistakes as a normal aspect of learning. Have a growing mentality. Have faith in your ability to get better with practice and effort. Instead of seeing difficulties and errors as failures, see them as chances for improvement. Learning a language is a journey, not a race. You will make greater progress if you are more persistent. Every error serves as a teaching moment that advances your fluency. No matter how tiny your progress is, celebrate it. Every new word you pick up and every error you fix is a win. Give yourself a reward for your diligence and hard work. Communicating is the ultimate aim of language learning. You are succeeding if you are able to convey your point despite errors. She participated in discussions both locally and nationally, developing her critical thinking skills and her ability to express herself in English. She gained confidence in her ability to voice her ideas and improved her language skills as a result of the experience. Isabella's critical thinking and public speaking abilities improved as a result of debate. She gained the ability to properly address opposing views and organize her arguments coherently. Day 270. Effective communication does not require perfection. Isabella pictured herself traveling the world and speaking English with assurance. She visualized herself speaking the language well and fluently in a variety of scenarios. She felt motivated and reminded of the purpose of her English language studies by this visual aid. In conclusion, continue. Learning a language is a process with many highs and lows. Making mistakes is a necessary part of this process. Accept them, take what you can from them, and keep going. Your diligence and commitment will be rewarded. Remember your objectives, maintain your optimism, and keep in mind that every setback is a step closer to realizing your aspirations. You will triumph because you are strong and capable.